Howdy, howdy. Alright. I got my chat up this time, so I won't mess up like I did yesterday. But we're going to get started. We're probably going to get started with fantasy first, because I got a feeling I'm going to go on a rant when it comes to these rom-coms and romance genres. But, so this is all I have on my fantasy tab. There are more, but some of it is like set in the modern world, and I don't know if that's like fantasy or not. Because when I think fantasy, I think of another world in a way, and magic and all that other shit. So this one is technically an isekai, but it's more of a comedy more than anything. But it's whatever. It's still fantasy. So well, without further ado, I guess we'll get started. Now, S plus plus is everyone thinks is goated. Like everyone watches it, or even just me, I think is goated. It's great, highly recommend, of course. Anything above this is a must watch. This mid, it's alright. It's basic fantasy. Like there's nothing that makes it go beyond to get up to great, highly recommend. We'll probably see a lot more of this today. Waste of time, but has its moments. A lot of people will probably downvote this. Like, if you go on the rankings, they'll do like 4 stars or 3 stars for the whole entire show. But for me, it has some of its moments where it's like, oh, this is actually interesting. I like what they're doing with this. Or the animation's really fucking good. It's just the story sucks. Or animation is subpar at best, but the storytelling can draw you in a little bit more than the rest. And trash is trash. But we'll get started. Some of these are technically like fantasy romance, but I think it relies on the fantasy more than the romance in some of these. So I made sure I remember all these, which is crazy. So I am going to be spoiling more. But we will get started. Let me make sure I'm not blocking chat. Alright. So first one, Solo Leveling. Hands down. They won Anime of the Year. They deserved it. Alex Lee, the English dub voice actor, he did phenomenal. Almost breathtaking performance in the voice acting in Season 2. Highly deserved. No ifs, ands, or buts. Fearin' also. Highly deserved. They won Best Director and a couple other awards. And the only reason why I like Fearin' so much, even though the first 4 episodes were a drag to get through, because it's very emotional. It's like an emotional roller coaster, because it's an elf outliving her friends, and 2 of them are humans, which don't have huge, like life spans. But it's a very good story, and I love what they do with demons, because so far Fearin's the only anime. A couple of them do it also, but it's the only one where demons are actually evil beings, like straight up evil people, evil things. They're not even human, and it's the only one so far that has portrayed demons right. Only one. I'm tired of the whole demons being another race and then being a good guy. Like, I'm tired of it. It that's so vanilla. I want more adept. I want an actual villain race or villain group or villain person, anything. But yeah, good. Shangri-La Frontier. Honestly, it's after finally finishing Season 2 recently, I think this is the better SAO. This is what SAO wanted to be, I think. It's a video game world. They put on the headset. This guy, mainly the main MC, he plays trash games, like buggy mess games. And when he goes to the video game store to buy a new one, which is crazy to think about because no one does that anymore, Uh, she recommends Shangri-La, and it's an actual good game and polished. So he's not used to that, but he plays it, and this girl from his class that's big into that game, but also has a huge crush on him. So she wants to get closer with him while they're playing and stuff. It's actually a really good story. Season 2, he meets his online buddies, which one is a supermodel and the other one's like a famous YouTuber or Twitch streamer or whatever the fuck. And he invites them to a video game tournament, and that's when it ends. So season 3 is going to pick up probably after that. But honestly, this is the best. I like this way more than I did SAO. Next, Muscles, Magic and Muscles. I probably butchered that. Honestly, it's like Harry Potter, but if Harry Potter worked on his biceps and like muscles, than magic, because he has no magic at all. I highly recommend it. I even probably put it up here, to be honest. It's funny, very good, and art style is like meh sometimes, but overall it's still fantastic show. I forgot to add one sec. This is why you proofread. One sec. Boo, 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 boo. Alright. We'll go ahead and add it. Black Clover. Honestly, it's not S because in the beginning, like the first 10, 15 episodes, Ostia had the worst voice. But then his voice grows on you. I'm not going to lie. Overall, very good storytelling, good fantasy. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's one of those like one of the main characters can't use magic, and the other one's like, and the other guy is like very skilled at magic. It's one of those types of stories. Restaurant to Another World. Honestly, everyone thinks it's this because it's another like cooking type anime where they mainly just show meals and stuff, but this thing has such amazing story that it takes it out of the park. It isn't just another run-of-the-mill like campfire cooking or whatever. This is actually very good. Good world building, good storytelling. Each character that comes in to eat has a background of their own. It's so good, so good. Even the cook himself has his own story. It's like it's trying to paint a story, but also showing food. It's actually really good. This one's somewhat new. The Osan Newbie Adventure, Trained to Death. Honestly, it's pretty good. It's a guy that works for the guild, Fantasy Guild. He's older, but he wants to go out adventuring for the first time ever, and then he runs into like the S Plus group, and they train him, and he becomes like a boxer type, like uses fist only and his body as a weapon. Very good show. Good story too. We're going to call this Harry Potter anime, but it's called Wisteria Wand and Sword. Honestly, it's great. I would recommend. If you like Harry Potter, you definitely would like this. It's literally a 1-for-1. Demon Lord 2099. Honestly, animation is trash when it comes to fight scenes. Straight trash. There was even one scene where it looked like they just put the art pictures and just had them clashing together like this, like bit like that. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What is this? I was like, this is supposed to be a fantasy anime. This isn't a romance. This isn't anything else. It's supposed to be fantasy. And you mean to tell me you can't even do a fight scene? But honestly, it's alright. It's funny as hell. All the characters are likable, and it's set into the cyberpunk world, which I love a lot. So I just want to put it in the highly recommended because if you actually like fight scenes and stuff, it's kind of trash, but overall, still a very good show. Misfit of Demon Academy. Now, this used to be up here until season 2 came out, and the animation ruined it. We'll see what season 3 does if they ever will make it, but it's now a mid. Season 1, fantastic. Season 1, up here. No ifs, ands, or buts. But then season 2 came out, and it's there. The animation just wasn't there. Storytelling wasn't there. The dude's overpowered as hell, which is one of those types of shows because he's the Demon King. So you always know he's going to win a fight in a way. So it's just whatever. That's why I think it's mid. Hopefully season 3 they can bring it back with some fantastic storytelling, but I highly doubt it. Genius Prince, a guide to raising a nation out of debt. It's great. Highly recommend. There's one scene where when he's in the tent talking to the rival group that are attacking them, like they're having a parlay. He looks at his supporter, and the dude starts like throwing insults at him and stuff, and telling him to get rid of her because her kind isn't welcome here or something like that. And this dude goes on a killing frenzy, kills him, cuts off his head, throws it in the other tent, like cause he sneaks his way into the other tent and just kills the king while he's over there. Like he just goes full mental. Like this dude's actually badass. Like yeah, in the show he's lazy. He just wants to fucking get the nation out of debt and live off of the riches that he makes. But he's actually a badass. Unwanted Adventurer, Undead Unwanted Adventurer. Honestly, in the beginning, it was a waste of time. Not gonna lie, but it started growing on me the more and more I watched it. And honestly, I would recommend it. They just finished, I think, an English dub and a couple other languages. But it's actually a very good show. Very, very good show. I would definitely recommend it. There's another one that I haven't watched yet. It's a Blade of Gluttony, I think. That one just finished. It's English dub, so I'm going to watch that soon. And that will be on the list. Those two are neck and neck. Because I watched the Japanese version of both of them. But this one stood out more than the Blade Berserk of Gluttony or something like that. Whatever the fuck it's called. Slime Diaries. Honestly, this was supposed to be an isekai, but it doesn't really focus on it. It focuses on like the daily life of everybody in Jura Tippus Federation. It's a good storytelling. The art style is kind of mid because it doesn't really follow the same art style as like the show does. Like it has its own unique art style to it, but if you can get past that, because a lot of the characters don't look like themselves, but it's still great. It's a good relaxing. Engaged Kiss. Now, everyone seems to think it's this, but it's actually not. It's actually this. The whole gimmick of the show is mercenaries, like this guy in green, bid on contracts to wipe out like demons that spawn on Earth. And they bid for contracts, and you bid on the contracts, and the lowest bid gets the contract. And he has this little pink devil here that is like a weapon, and he has to kiss to activate her powers. But the thing is, every time he kisses her, he loses memories. And at first, you don't really understand that because it's not really explained at all. But then later on the show, spoiler alert, he starts losing every memory from friends, relationships, everything. And at the end, huge spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, click off. Or mute, at least. The demon decides instead of fully wiping his memory completely, she's going to wipe herself. So she wipes all her memories instead and gets his memories all back. And then he feels deeply bad about it that at the end of the show, he takes care of her. Now, the only thing I didn't like was like this weird love triangle that they had going in like the middle of the end show. The nun was actually crazy. The nun's hilarious. Not like a badass. But his partner or ex-partner, which is crazy because she left him. She realized that he was losing memory, so it wasn't really like he was falling out of love. He just didn't remember her, which is whatever. I just didn't like the romance side of the show, but the storytelling was fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Beast Tamer, honestly, it's mid. I've seen this like 30 times. If you even saw yesterday's video, you saw it was in my YouTube page. It's just one of those fantasy shows. He's part of the hero's party, gets kicked out, and turns out he's actually super powerful. It's yada yada. It's one of those run-of-the-mill shows. SAO, honestly, waste of time. Season 1, I'll go through this rant again. Season 1 should have been longer. Season 1 could have been 24 episodes. They should have dragged that out because they had so much potential. Season 2 was such a waste. Season 2 should have just been a movie. Because it wasn't SAO at that point. I don't know what the hell it was. And then season 3, they went back with everyone from 1 and 2, and then they did more with the AI stuff, and I thought that was interesting. But overall, SAO sucks. I don't understand why people like it. I think they like it because of these two, like their relationship. But I don't like it. It was such a waste of time. And I haven't watched any of like the other like Gun Game and whatever the fuck the other ones are called. I don't even want to. Honestly, it's trash. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Honestly, it's actually really good, but it's very vanilla as a fantasy. Like, I think they wanted to introduce the characters, but like the world building isn't there. The fight scenes are meh at best. Storytelling's alright. Animation's very good, but that's about it. Like, there's nothing that makes it stand out. Next, chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon Lord's army. Honestly, it was here, but there's a good storytelling, but it doesn't pull a fear in, which I hate. The Demon Lords and humans are like the two races in it, or demon army. In the human army, those are the two main races, and they fight each other, even though all the demons are humans in the show. How it makes sense, I don't know. I think demons in this are like a race, so it's like two races attacking each other. I wouldn't say it's highly recommended, but it's a good watch. It's a good watch. I'll even put it over Beast Tamer. Alright, this one. I got a cheat skill in Another World and became unrivaled. Uh, I think this is what Rudius from the Shoko Tensei wanted his life to be. Basically, it's a fat dude. Uh, he gets bullied a lot. He goes home after, because his family hates him. He lived with his grandpa. His grandfather died probably of old age, and then he is in the house that his grandfather left because his grandfather left a will saying he gets it, not his family, because he knew also what was happening, which is good for that grandfather. So he's living on his own, works a job as a high schooler delivering newspapers, and then gets fired the day of because he got cornered by his bullies and beat the hell out of them. And he was late for work, and the boss just fired him. And he's at home one day, and he discovers this closet door that when he opens, it takes him to a fantasy world. And then his body, when he gets back, his body changes, and he becomes like a muscular, lean teen. Good looks, everything. And, yeah, it's a very good story. The world building is good, that it does both, like the fantasy world and the real life world. Like it does a good storytelling. Honestly, it's a great watch. Animation is fucking fantastic. There's not that many fight scenes, like important good fight scenes. There's fight scenes, but they're very vanilla. But yeah, overall, very good fucking show. Ice Blade Sorcerer. Honestly, it's great. I would recommend. I love the voice actors in the English dub, all of them. Yeah. Overall, it's a good show. It's one of these like fantasy schools, where School of Magic. It's like one of those. So it doesn't stand out in that aspect, but the acting, storytelling, characters are all fucking good. This one was such a letdown, but I actually love the show. I just don't like the animation. I love the show, though. Why does no one remember me in this world? It has so much potential. Honestly, I'll even put it here. Basically, there's like 4 big races. You got elves, which work for the angels. You got demons, and you had beastkin. I think that's what they called them. Those were the big 3, and then you had humans, which are 4. And in his world, the humans wiped out all 3 by working together with the elves, and then the elves betrayed them, and then yada yada, and the humans won and wiped them all out. Then he gets teleported to a different timeline where the humans were the ones that got extinct. And the other 3 were like neck and neck with power level. And he was the hero that was supposed to fix this timeline. Very good fucking idea and very good storytelling, and the characters are very good too. It's just the animation wasn't there, and the fight scenes also weren't there. But overall, it's still a fucking fantastic show. If you branch off from that. Because I know a lot of people, when they watch fantasy and they watch some of these like action types, the fight scenes matter the most. But in my opinion, storytelling matters way more than the fight scenes. If a show has like Solo Leveling, if Solo Leveling's fight scenes weren't there, I don't think it'll be S+. Because the storytelling, other than Season 2, which did fantastic, Season 1 storytelling was not that good. But its fight scenes made up a lot for that in Season 1. And same thing with Season 2. Season 2 has phenomenal fight scenes. That's probably why I won Anime of the Year. Because a lot of people love fucking Sun Jin-woo. A lot of people. But yeah. This one holds a candle to my heart. Because this was actually the first anime I ever watched. Because I didn't ask people what I should watch. I just looked and one, pictures matter, actually, which is crazy, like the title card. But two, when you're reading the description of a show, when someone that knows nothing about the show, those matter a lot. And Nijin Fusion, adventurers who don't believe in heroism, I think is what it's called. In humanity will... Alright, let me repeat this. Nijin Fusion, adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. The whole gimmick of the show... Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. The whole gimmick of the show is that it's 4 people from different parties or groups, like different groups entirely, that all have a tragic backstory, and they all got dumped by their party. The lizard girl, I think she's a dragon actually, she got full betrayed. Like, they straight up tried to kill her also. So she has very resentment towards humans and just other people in general. The main character, he got dumped by his girlfriend, who joined the heroes party and was betrayed by her in some way. I don't really remember his story that well. The priest dude in the back, his is kind of weird, but he was a priest of God, of the God in this world, and there was a little girl that really liked him, and of course he was the man of faith and a good guy, so he didn't pursue it. But she trapped him and told a lot of people in the village that he touched her inappropriately. And of course, everyone labeled him a pedophile and everything else, and outcasted him. And his struggle to keep the faith was so fucking good in this story. It's so fucking good. And then the wizard girl, rich girl, trying to learn magic, and I'm not going to spoil her story, but her story actually is what sold the show for me. But, yes, this whole gimmick was so fucking good. I would recommend it. My very first anime, and it still holds a candle. It's what got me into anime, to be honest. Like, if this was my first ever show, and then I couldn't handle the whole, like, being outcast as a pedophile and, like, the betrayal stuff that was happening in the show, I don't think I would have watched any of these. The first mainstream was probably Slime. Like, that was probably my first mainstream. But this was my first ever. All 12 episodes. Alright. Monster Girl Doctor. There's not really much to talk about this. It's one of those. It's borderline Gunner bait, but not really. Honestly, it's alright. Like, the characters are all funny. The main character is dumb as hell, though. Like, when it comes to the romance side. But, yeah, it's whatever. It's a doctor that is very good at healing and learning, like, the bodies of different beast people. And knows how to fix them. Good doctor. Good doctor. Demon Lord Retry. Now, they recently did a new one, and I think it is a copy or like a reskin of the older show, and it's actually ass. Now, the original was actually really good, but I don't know, the reskin, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. It has its moments, but other than the character being a smoker, a demon lord, there's not really much making it stand out. Smoker being like he smokes cigarettes. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army is a human. Honestly, this thing has so much potential. So much potential. Storytelling is so fucking good. The books are good, or like the mangas of it. But the animation and the fight scenes were just trash. Honestly, I'll even put it here. I want to say it's full trash, but like I hate when because I've watched someone read the manga, and it was so good, and I was like, I cannot wait for this to become anime. And then when it comes to anime, the animation just sucks. It sucks, or it's CGI. Like it's rather it's just bad art style that someone made, or it just run by CGI. It's stupid. It is stupid. The greatest demon lord is reborn into a typical nobody. Honestly, it's whatever. It doesn't really stand out. I'll just do this. It doesn't really stand out. The girls are likable. The main character isn't really. He is a badass though, so I give him that. And he meets because he's reborn. He meets his ex-generals, and some of them understand who he is, but some of them don't. And I don't think he wants to like get back in power or anything. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. Now, a lot of people think it's this, because it's rated 4.2. But here's a spoiler. So it's another Harry Potter type, like School of Magic and sorcery and whatever. But the main character sold the show for me in like I think it's the 5th or 6th episode when it turns a full 180. Like the character does a full 180. He becomes like almost like a serial killer, like badass type vibes. Like it's actually I'll put it here for me, to be honest. It's actually I don't know how it ends because I haven't fully finished it yet. But the full 180, that's what brought me back into the show, because it was slowly dying out until that episode. I think it's 5th or 6th when it does a full 180. No spoilers on it, but oh my god, it was so fucking good. This one was going to go in the romance tab, but then I thought about it as like more of a fantasy than a romance. Banished from the hero's party, I decided to live an ordinary life. Honestly, it's alright. I wish they would have spent more time with the sister, because she's the hero in this story, but it spends more time with the brother. That's the main character, is the brother. And he gets banished by someone else that's in the party, and he says, you're holding back your sister, you're holding her down, because she's the hero, she has the job to defeat the Demon King, and you're interrupting that because of how weak you are, which he actually isn't that weak. I think the other dude was just jealous and wanted him out, and he was like, yeah, you're right, so he leaves. He's like, just don't tell my sister anything. And so the sister thinks she hates, or he hates her, but that's not the case at all. And the other dude doesn't really explain anything, so I give him props on that, even though he is a backstabber. But yeah, it's a good show. And then in season 2, there's a new hero that's born, and he has this personality type where he just likes winning at all costs. Even if it's winning for a terrible reason, he'll still want to win, because he's the hero, and heroes aren't supposed to lose. And there's one funny scene where he's leading him away from the village, and the main character, and the main character, while getting chased by this guy, is getting his ass kicked. And then he's like, oh, well, you fell into my trap. And then his sister, who is a hero, or ex-hero, slugs him with her fist, and he goes like flying like 60 feet or more. It's so fucking good. This one, honestly, it was somewhat of a romance, but season 2 I haven't fully watched yet. But Unnamed Memory. I think it'll be better soon if there's an English dub. I'm hoping. Honestly, it's alright. It had a terrible episode 12 because he goes back in time to when she was a kid because he wants to save her from the witch ritual, which locked some of her powers away. And he gets trapped in the past. And so she doesn't have her love anymore because he's gone in the present. And so it was weird to end it on that. And then when season 2 came out, they fixed it, and it I know a lot. It pissed a lot of people off because back then, when Crunchyroll had like you could comment on like the episode, like in the chat room, which I think they need to bring back. I don't know why they did that, why they got rid of it. I get it because there were some people that were using it maliciously, but there are so many shows that I've learned, hey, don't watch this. This is a pedophile's wet dream or something like that. Because some of these shows are bad. Like, they are ass. And I'd rather the community let me know in the comment sections than the rating system. Because the rating system doesn't work. Because some of these people will rate a show's 1 stars, but when you watch it, it's like, oh, wait, this is actually like a 3 or a 4. Like, I wouldn't say it's 5, but it's still good. Like, my philosophy is 4. And 4 up to 4.4 is still a good watch. Anything below a 4, everyone kind of agrees that the show's ass. Whether it be the animation, storytelling, whatever. Anything below a 4. 4.4 to 4.6 is very good. 4.6 to 5, fantastic. Everyone agrees it's fucking-tastic. That's usually how the rating system works for me. Honestly, next one, the new gate, it's trash. The characters are likable, but storytelling isn't there, animation isn't there, the fight scenes aren't there. Show's just ass. There's an emotional scene which I actually like, where cause it's a video game. The main character gets trapped in a video game, and it fast forwards time, and all his AI friends are waiting for him, and the elf girl finds his magic sense in like a battlefield somewhere, and it's a field of flowers, and that's where they meet the first time, and I thought that scene was so fucking good. And then his other companion, which was like a tiger dude, he dies, but he wants to go out good, and he challenges him to a battle, and he tells the hero to not hold back and kill him if he has to. Like, he wants to go out dying in battle instead of dying of old age. And I thought that was actually really good, and it was actually emotional because at first everyone thought the hero or the main MC was like able to take it in, but then he just breaks down at the end of the show when he talks to the elf girl again. He just has a full mental breakdown, and I thought that was so fucking good. But other than that, this show has nothing going for it. Absolutely nothing. Next one, Goodbye Dragon Life. I thought it was really good, but it's not. It has its moments, but it's not a good show. The characters are likable, and then the snake girl is likable, or Lamnia, I think that's what they call them. But other than that, yeah, no. Next, how not to summon a demon lord. Honestly, it's Gunner bait. It really is. It's just Gunner bait. I cannot tell you for the life of me, the main character, anything about him other than him being a demon lord. He's like in a harem, kinda. Yeah, I've watched all episodes and I still can't even tell you the plot of the show. It has its moments, like comedy moments, but overall it's good or bait. This one's gonna be another one that I don't really remember, but I do remember some scenes. It's called High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World. The gimmick of the show was that when it starts, this group of high schoolers, I think they're in a private school because they fly in a private jet. The jet gets hit by some kind of magical thing and gets teleported to another world. It crashes. They land next to a village. Somehow don't die. Keep that in mind because none of them have magic powers. Not yet anyway, or at least just not discovered. Somehow they survive the plane crash in a fantasy world. Go to a village, and all of them have different talents. So, like, one's a good leader, the other one's good with money, the other one's good at managing resources, etc., etc. And I thought that was good, but then when the show gets later on, it starts dying off very quickly. Animation's good, storytelling's very bad, but the characters are at least likable. So, it has that going for it. This one, the fucking animation is S+ for me. But it dies off so bad. Honestly, I'll even put it here. For the life of me, I cannot tell you what happens in this fucking show. I just know the gimmick is people have almost like a pocket, like a Pokemon, but it's not really. It's like a spirit that they have with them, and that's about the only thing I remember from the show. I just remember the animation in the first 3 episodes were so fucking good. Like it looked like AAA studio level. Like it was wild, but it just ain't there. Animation can only get you so far if you don't have good storytelling. This one, Hidden Dungeon, only I can enter. Honestly, it's a waste of time. Not really much to go on to it. It's a vanilla fantasy story. It's not that good. I left my hero party to help my former... I left my A ranked... Oh my god. I left my A rank party to help my former students. This one. I have to still watch it. It's 20 episodes in now. Honestly, it feels like a ripoff of Mushoku Tensei. But it's alright. So far. We'll see how it progresses after. It could be even lower. But I don't think it's a waste of time. At least, not yet. We'll see. I'm waiting for the English to get a little bit further ahead. So that way, because I think the voice actors for the English dub are alright. Next one, and the final one from Crunch. And Nobody's Way to an Exploring Hero. Now, this one, this is ass. And this is why. And I'll go on a full rant on this one. Because this one stained my memory of it. The gimmick of the show was that dungeons, like solo leveling, open up. But instead of portals, like solo leveling, it's one big area. Like a mall. They put a mall on top of it. And I thought that was good. Good concept. Not unique, but a good concept. High schooler goes, he wants to be the best. He's actually very weak and very terrible at fighting. He gets bullied by slimes, or not even slimes. He can't even get past slime level. And then somehow, with his magic luck, he finds a card. Now, these cards are summon cards that are very, very rare and can make you very, very rich if you sell stuff. Because when you go up, you can sell your loot to the public. And all the stuff can only work in the fucking dungeon. Like, so that's a good plot hole. Because I think it would have really ruined it if he could summon the stuff outside the dungeon. But, anyway. He gets his first one, which is an angel named Sylphie. Uh, and this is where the show gets weird. All his summons are little kids. And I thought at first, that's fine. It's whatever. But the storytelling was so bad, and he's like love blind. Like he's worse than like picking up hints because one of his classmates likes him, but her dad died in the dungeon, and he doesn't want to bring it up or make her worry about him that he's going in the dungeon. He gets a little bit better in fighting because he's getting richer in the dungeon thanks to Sylphie. And then his luck happens to get good again, and then he gets another demon, or another summon card, and it's a demon, the little girl right here. And I think it's Lilith, is her name. Don't quote me on that. It's another little girl. And what's crazy is because these cards are like grown women that are sexualized in the cards, but they spawn as little girls. And then they couldn't really progress the story, even though they had a very good story arc, because he joins like a small group of like 2 to 3 girls. So it's a group of 4 now as a party, and they fight, and they make it further down, and they're all like giddy and whatever, like good. And then one of them gets really sick, and she's actually dying, and no one told him about her sickness because they didn't want to mention it without her permission. But she falls sick in one of the dungeon runs, and then is dying, and the medication she needs is very expensive. And so he, for some reason, thinks, okay, I'm going to do this for her. Typical normal guy. But then soon faces reality, seeing that he's very weak alone. And he's pushing himself to find something that doesn't really exist. Like a cure or whatever. And then I thought that was good. That was good storytelling. Then 8 and 9 starts getting weird. They run out of, I'm guessing, good storytelling ideas. And then episode 10, 11, they start sexualizing the little kids. And the little kids fall in love with the main character. And are kissing him when he's knocked out and doing this other stuff. And it's just like, it just became terrible. It was such a fucking waste of time. The main character's ass. He's, I don't even know what words. Not even clumsy, just dumb. Just a dumb MC. And that's my hatest. I hate fucking dumb MCs. Where no matter if it's romance, fantasy, I hate them all. I ain't saying everyone needs to have a brain, but I'd rather have a combat-driven, no really like plot point MC than I would have a dumb MC. But yeah, just ass. Let me get the other list. All right, next, Overlord, S++. No ifs, ands, or buts. All of Overlord is fucking fantastic. Next, Hell's Paradise. Honestly, we'll see how season 2 goes, but it's also S++. I also recommend. I wouldn't say it's fantasy, but it kind of is in a way, because these criminals are going to the world of gods, or land of gods, or whatever, and are trying to find the fruit of life, which turns out to be a hoax. It doesn't really exist, and everything on this island will kill you and turn you into flowers. And I thought it was really good. And these are like police that are supposed to maintain the criminals when they're exploring, but a lot of them get freed. A lot of the criminals get freed, rather because they kill their police guard or whatever, or they work together, or the guard just releases them because they don't care. Next, Goblin Slayer. Honestly, it's alright. Season 1 was fantastic. Yeah, some of the racings can be hard to watch because it deals with that. But season 2, it just wasn't there. There were some scenes like the elf language I thought was unique. They did for the acting. They did Japanese voice acting, but then they reversed it. So it's like they're speaking Japanese backwards, and I thought that was a unique idea to make an elfish language. This one I haven't finished yet, but I know a good bit of it. Aldermanian on the Sky. Honestly, it's pretty good. I would recommend it. On episode 6, and from what I've seen, it's pretty good. It has guns instead of magic, so it's like guns, swords, and set in like a wartime. It's actually really good. I really would recommend. Next one. This one's supposed to be an isekai, but I thought I'll put it instead with the fantasy more, because it's more of a comedy. It's not really romantic, but it's life with an ordinary guy who's reincarnated into a fantasy knockout. Basically, two guys work an office job. They go out for drinks, and then they get teleported to another world. And the god of this world asks them what they want to look like. And this dude isn't buying any of this. So, of course, he's like, he wants to be him still and whatever. And so that's the ordinary guy part. But his friend, who is drunk, starts listing off like a fantasy girl that he would like, and instead is teleported into that body and is now that person. So like there's like a weird love thing trying to go on here, but they don't really like fully send it with that. They just like make a comedy out of it. It's actually pretty alright. I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but it's alright. It's like borderline almost there. It's like in between these two. But it has its moments where it's like, that's funny. Next one, a salad bowl of eccentrics. Basically, a normal guy is walking home after work and finds this little girl, and this little girl turns out to be the demon king of his fantasy world, and of course he doesn't believe her or anything. He asks her if she has anywhere to sleep, and she needs to go back home, and she's like, I can't. Can I sleep at your place or whatever? And then you're like, I wouldn't trust that, but it's actually really good. And her subordinate that comes, she lives as a homeless person. It's actually interesting to see because I don't know how real it is, but Japanese homelessness looks way better than American homelessness. It's crazy. I don't think that's what it looks like in real life, but for the anime show, it was actually funny to see. This one, honestly, highly recommend. The Devil is a Part-Timer. Season 1 was really good. I didn't like the art style change from Season 1 to Season 2, but I love Season 2's story with Alice Ramis. It's the only negative is it uses real life angels and demons from like the Bible, and if you're highly religious, it is sacrilegious. But I try to see the comedy and stuff more than anything, and it doesn't really try to portray anybody like a demon positively. But it's still a good show. Good show. Alright, next. These are all on High Dive. Oop. Ignore those. Dan Machina. They just finished Season 5. Honestly, it was delayed even. But overall, hands down, Season 4 is the best. Season 3 is also good. Season 1's good. Season 2's at best, but still fucking good. Honestly, the fight scenes, characters, story progression, world building, all of it, it's all there. Everything's there. It's just when Season 5 came out, they had that delay because you could tell in the beginning that the show was losing its art style, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? But then they came out and said, okay, we need like a month. And after the month, they released 2 episodes, and the art style was back, and storytelling was back, and it was good again. And it finished off good too. But I don't think this will get a season 6 because of that. I could be wrong, but if they get a season 6, please, I don't know if you gotta pay your animators more or give them more time, but something needs to change because you cannot have another delay like that in the middle of a season too. Like in the beginning, like the first 2 episodes, like there was this other one that did that where like they started season 2, only lasted like 3 episodes, and they fully dropped it. Never heard from them again. But then they picked it up recently. I think it was, let's see if I can find it. Oops. It's probably under this. Nope, it is not under this. Where the fuck is it? Still watching? Yeah, this one. This one got, so I watched all 12. Oh, no, I didn't. I watched 4 episodes. And I know season 2 was started, and it only got up to here. And then they dropped it. Gone. Never made another episode, never updated. Even this was buggy. Like, this didn't have a season 2 tab. Like, it was glitched in between these two. Then recently, see, so right here, it died. It came out September 14th was the final episode. Then they dropped it. Then it recently came back after, I don't know how many months that is. 6-7 months. And they're continuing it now. Like that, I could take. But what they did for this, only because the art style was dying, I couldn't take. I was like, just give your animators more time. Like, I get the whole you need a weekly episode, but if you can't handle the weekly episode, every 2 weeks is fine. Just make them longer. And that's the problem also with some of these animes. A lot of them are getting shorter now. Like, when I started, 30 minutes was the normal. Because 4 minutes of the 30 minutes was usually 2 minutes of the intro, 2 minutes of the outro. So you got 24 minutes of nonstop anime. Now, it seems shows are like 20 minutes and about 1:30 for the intro and 1:30 for the outro. So you're only left with like nine-ish minutes of anime. And you're like, what the hell is all this? I was like, this goes too quick. And I've seen all of them follow this, and I read some articles that people want shorter because of people's attention spans. They want to make them shorter. I'm like, no. Don't. You'll ruin quality. You can't tell a story like an open world fantasy story in 20 minutes each day or each week. Like, that's not going to work. Next, Gate. Honestly, S+. Japan gets a gate to another world, and yeah, if you're full American and or Russian or Chinese, Japan does make fun of your country because those are the countries that want to invade Japan for this technology, because America wants oil and resources, and I forget what Russia and China wanted, but they want us also, their hand in the pot. But everybody wants to see Japan make a blunder of it. But it's actually really good. It's really good. Other than that, I think it's good. Not to say that they can't make fun of other countries. Like, they can do whatever the hell they want. I just like good storytelling, and it has fantastic storytelling. I parry everything. Honestly, I would recommend. It's different in a sense, like it's another overpowered character. Like, he is powerful, but people don't understand how powerful he really is. Because when they first met him, he was a little kid, but he already could do like crazy things, but he just wasn't like there skill wise, so he couldn't join anybody. And so he went home and learn the sword himself, but he only was really good at parrying. He wasn't good at like fighting. It was actually really good. It's actually funny sometimes too. Like the dragon fight scene was actually funny. He kept slapping the dragon with the sword. It was actually funny. I'm quitting hearing, honestly. Very good. He's trying to join the Demon Lord army after being the hero, and everyone betrays him when he's the hero and are trying to kill him because they see him as a monster because how good he is. It turns out he's not even human. It's actually a really good show. Not gonna spoil too much about it because I actually do recommend you watch it. Very good. This one, I fucking can't remember the name. It's one of these farming skills. Honestly, it was like I'll put it here. It's all right. Not really anything going for it. It's one of those farming shows. But yeah. I think these are the ratings. I'll even put Overlord back in his spot for me because that's where it goes. But yeah. So this is my fantasy tier. Now this one's gonna take. Sorry, stretching. Now I'm gonna put my desk up for this. Oops. Oh shit! Hold on. All right. I'm standing up now. Whew. Now, so instead we got best of the best, heartwarming, classic love story. This is like mid at best. The main character is love blind. Can't pick up context clues that the female loves him or is interested in him. Like the classics, like anything that like you could watch like two of them back to back and they have the same plot and story. Why even just why? Like it's not bad, it's just why. Like it had potential and it dropped. And worst of the worst is worst of the worst. Trash isn't even the word you would use for it. These are the only ones I've seen. There are a lot more out there. But some of these I think are the staples of romance genres, and some of them are not. But yeah, we're gonna get started. First is Veil and Gold. Honestly, I didn't know if I should put this in a romance, but I remember from the story that the demon in this falls in love with this kid. Whoa, not a kid. I think, I don't know. He is in school, so he could be a kid for all I know. It is Gunner bait, but I put it here. It's a classic love story. Good art style. Love the voice actress. The same voice actress in that plays Shin from Moonlight Fantasy. Same character. In the English dub, at least. I don't know about Japanese. Lex. Next is. Let me click this because I already forgot the name of it because it's so fucking long. Nope. Fit up. I gotta watch this today. Love, Chunibu, and Other Dimensions. Honestly, best of the best. I think it's fantastic. There was one scene that was very emotional. I think that's when she finally learns about her dad and sister try to protect her from it. It was actually really good. Really good fucking storytelling. All the characters are likable. The main character isn't that dumb when it comes to love. He is kind of really, but not that much. To where you're like, oh my god, please. But yeah, pretty good love story. I would say it's best of the best. Like, it's one of the greats. Snafu, heartwarming. If you don't like love triangles, you wouldn't like this show. There's 3 love interests. You got 2 that are in the same club, and the teacher is the other love interest. And in my opinion, the teacher made more sense to go for. I like the teacher more as a love protagonist. But he falls in love in the main show with her. But I know the books branch out and do like other like parts of his life, like what life could have been if he chose this person. She got hurt the most in the show, like, cause she is deeply in love with him, like later on in the show, and of course, not receiving that love that you feel for someone, but he feels for someone else. Like, yeah, it hurts, but that's the cliche love triangle shit, because not every love story should be a harem. Same with this one. The daggers in my heart. Classic love story. Honestly, I'll put it with heartwarming. This kid's a little too emo in the beginning, but softens up when meeting his love. And season 2 is actually really good too. Pretty good story. Not really much to talk about. Next, let me pull up my Crunchyroll list because the rest are all Crunch. Alright, next. Alright, we'll go ahead and get, the worst, I think this one's called, the Dreamless Boy? Yeah, and I'll go on a rant on this one, so get ready. Let me make sure I got this stupid title right. The Dreaming Boy is a Realist. Now, these are the ones I hate. I hate these shows. Basically, the whole gimmick of the show is that this guy is doting on this female character right here so much that it's almost annoying her in a way. But she is definitely liking the attention. Let's not lie. She's liking the attention. And then there's one scene where he is chasing her so much that a soccer ball almost hits him in the face. And for some reason that clicks in his head like, why the fuck am I even doing this? Why am I chasing you so much and you don't even want me? So then he starts branching off and finding, like, bettering himself. But then she starts feeling a certain way and was like, oh my god, he doesn't like me anymore. Like, what happened? And then it becomes another love triangle with, like, these 2 characters, like, fighting for his attention. It was so fucking bad, and that's the one thing I hate. It's not even, like, the woman, like whoever wrote the way the girl was supposed to be portrayed. I just don't like when the story's like, the female or the male is putting so much effort and the other one isn't really until it's too late. Like, I don't like those types of stories because whether it be too real or not, I don't know, but fucking it's terrible. Honestly, one of the GOATs, Himori. Nothing to say about this. If you haven't watched, it's one of the best, hands down. And it isn't just about these two. It's about like the group, like the friend group itself. It's actually fan-fucking-tastic. Another one, Spice and Wolf. I like the original animation, but they recently did like updated animation, and they kind of toned down like the arrogance in Hollow, but I think the arrogance is what made Hollow like great. Honestly, good fucking show. My Dress Up Darling, honestly, goated. Can't wait for season 2. Not really much to say. 100 Girlfriends That Really, Really Love You. Honestly, it's hilarious as a comedy. I think the author is having trouble with making more. Like, nowhere near 100 yet. But is already having trouble coming up because I think they want to, like, make sure none of the girls are the same. Like, all of them need to be unique, which is going to be rough. But I think the show is funny as fuck. The English dub in season 2 kind of fell off, but it still has its moments. Crunchyroll classic, and I know a lot of people don't like Crunchyroll animes, but this one was actually goated. Tanikawa. Over the Moon for You. Not really much to say about this. Dude falls in love. I'm guessing some kind of. I'm thinking she's a deity. Yeah, good show. Good fucking show. Aya sometimes has her feelings in Russian. Honestly, goated. The sister in the show made the show. I know this is supposed to be like the main lead. Like everyone's supposed to be focused on Aya, but oh my god, the sisters, for her sister and his sister, both made the show, like in their own way. Yuki is so funny. I think her name's Yuki. So fucking funny. More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. Heartwarming. It's one of those. The whole gimmick of the show is like the school makes a man and girl or dude and girl room up, and they have to maintain a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and it somehow monitors love interest, and each time you slowly start falling in love, the more points you gain. And if you reach a certain amount of points, you can exchange your partners as long as both parties agree. So if you want to change who you're partnered up with, you can, but you have to reach a certain amount of points. And they promised each other in the beginning that they just wanted enough points to change because both of them originally loved someone else and wanted to partner up with that person. But it turned out the two that they were in love with are partnered up together, and then so now they're trying to work hard in the beginning. But of course, he's never been with anyone before, so it's that difficulty of like being new. But she's also like very outwardly with stuff, and so he thinks that she's experienced, but really she's not. And there's a lot of like tension there, and slowly she starts falling in love with him instead of her actual beginning love interest, which is like the school. Like the typical schoolboy, like everyone likes. She actually is falling in love with him. It's actually a good fucking show. The art style is fan-fucking-tastic. The animation's fan-fucking-tastic. Story, off and on. Trapped in a Dating Sim, honestly goated. He's a gamer. His sister wants him to play some kind of like rom-com type video game, and he gets teleported into that world, and luckily he knows everything that happens in the game because he beat it, and so he tries to speedrun it, but then the story starts changing because he starts getting more involved, and I think his sister picks up the game and starts playing. And so the female character is supposed to be the main character, but slowly he starts becoming the main character. It's actually really good. I don't know if she ever picked up on that hey, that could be my brother or anything, because I don't know if she even realized he's dead or in this world. I don't know. I can't remember offhand. But yeah, I still think it's a good fucking show. Demons: A Dilemma: How to Love Your Elf Bride. Honestly, heartwarming. One of the most sweet shows, I would say. The voice acting is phenomenal. They put a lot of emotion and passion into the voice acting for the English dub, which I like. But yeah, good show. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Honestly, heartwarming again. I wouldn't say it's that much of a romance, but it definitely is a romance. But it is very good. It's when he's dreaming, he gets sent to a fantasy world when he falls asleep, and there's one they are exploring a dungeon and run into a dragon, and the dragon's about to burn them alive, and so he grabs onto her and tries to hold her tight, not knowing that she's going to get teleported, just like as a last ditch protection type thing, and she gets teleported also with him into the real world, Japan, and it's interesting, that dynamic of like the other show I mentioned for the fantasy tab, like this one, the cheek skill one, like where it's like balancing the real world and fantasy world, and like showing both sides trying to adapt to the worlds is actually really good. I haven't finished this one, but I already know it's goated. The first 3 episodes are actually really good. My love story with Yamanda-kun at level 9999. She is dumped by her boyfriend. She wants to get back at him and finds this dude online and wants to meet up with him, but doesn't realize he's actually good looking and just wants to use him as like a way to get back at her ex, but slowly actually starts liking the dude. And of course, he doesn't play into it at first, but he's like very, I would say like he's standoffish, but he's like very closed in a way with his like emotions. Chilling in Another World at level 2. Honestly, heartwarming. Very good love story. I would put it classic, but it's actually really good. Like I wouldn't say it's goated, but it's actually really good. This one, I would say is goated, although I kind of wished... I wish the character design was a little bit older, because it did look like a little girl sometimes. But it's The Angel Next Door spoils me rotten. The main character is actually a pretty good like backstory. And meeting her actually did help him in a lot of ways than just falling in love. So it was actually really good. Tari, My Dear Moments. Honestly, it shouldn't have been a love story, so that it should be here, but it's actually, I don't know if you know Neurosama and Beetle. Neurosama being an AI entertainment personality. Probably live streaming right now. Yeah, she's live streaming right now. Yeah, she, I pictured this is what their relationship would be in the beginning, but it slowly starts turning into a love story, and honestly, I don't think it should have been. I think this is supposed to be a video game, if I'm not mistaken. Like an actual video game, and it got an anime, which is interesting. Next one, Irna the Vampire Cosmonaut, which I think is just supposed to be astronaut. This is actually really good. I think if you know the story of the Space Wars, when Russia was sending dogs into space, and one of the dogs, Cosmo, I think his name was, or her name, it's like that, but with a vampire girl. That's the whole gimmick of the show. And the main character falls in love with her. It's a pretty good show. Pretty good show. A Galaxy Next Door. Classic love story. Not really much to say. Dude is trying to take care of his siblings. I think they're siblings because their parents die in a car wreck, I think. And he's trying to be like the dad that steps up, even though that's their brother or oldest brother. Um, he's a manga artist, and so doesn't really spend much time with them. But then they recommend getting another artist to help with his workload, and that's when he runs into this woman who's like a foreigner, and she's actually really good at drawing. So he picks her up, and takes her in. But it turns out she's some kind of deity thing, and has like some kind of like moon thing coming out of her back in one episode, and he touches it, and apparently that means they have to fall in love or something like that. It's interesting, but I think it's very good. It's a classic love story. Classic love story. Nothing that really makes it stand out other than she's not really human. The quintessential quintuplets. Honestly, I put it here. I wouldn't say it's why, but it's like borderline these two. This is the worst. If you do not like love triangles, this is the worst of the worst. Because I think this is the default winner, if you want to call it that, of the story. But I think everyone wanted her to be the main lead, and of course they're all in love with the one guy. But it was rough. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough. I know a lot of people like it because the animation storytelling is good, but honestly, as a love story, I hate fucking love triangles. I hate them with a passion. I'd rather have a harem route like this. But we'll get into another one. But yeah, it's just bad. It is just bad. The helpful fox Senko-san. Classic love story, not really much. It's a fox girl. Not really much to say about that. Helps the dude fall, and she slowly starts falling in love with him. Not really much. It's just classic. My Little Monster. Honestly, I like it. I wouldn't say he's goated, but the main dude's kind of crazy. But he falls in love with her, and slowly over time she starts falling back in love with him. Pretty good show. Not really much to it to make it stand out in the best of the best category, but it definitely has its moments. I forgot to add one. I keep forgetting to add these, man. One sec. This is why you proofread, people. I wouldn't say this is a love story, but it definitely is. You Are Miss Servants. Classic love story. She's actually more than just a servant, like a maid. She's actually an assassin. So it's like a spy family in a way. But yeah, pretty good show. Pretty fucking good show. Has its moments where it's funny. Has its moments when it's sad. Overall good storytelling. I didn't really like the ending, but it's whatever. And I forgot to add another one. Did I not read? I swear I think I just became brain dead. One sec. I got brain damage when I was making this list. And this one is actually really good, so I don't even know why I didn't even bother adding this one. I think it was because I was working between High Dive and Crunch when I was making this list. And a lot of them blend. Honestly, this one is called I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class. Basically, boy and girl are rivals because they're always battling to be number one in the class. And so they develop, I wouldn't say it's hatred for each other, but like definitely like a rivalry. And slowly they both start falling in love because their grandparents forced or signed some kind of thing that they have to getting engaged to each other, and they made a bet with them that they'll drop everything as long as they don't fall in love with each other. And they had to live with each other and everything. And it's pretty good. Pretty good show. Next is Date Alive. Honestly, why? It's not that good. I'm gonna be real. Has some good fight scenes, good animation, but storytelling, it just isn't there. At least not for me. Next one, Girlfriend. Honestly, this dude wishes he could be Rentaro, but I think they should have stuck with the first two. This was his actual girlfriend in the beginning, and he loves her. So it isn't one of those where he like falls out of love. He actually likes her and loves her a lot. But this girl meets him on the rooftop to have a chat one day, and then she confesses to him. And it's kind of funny at first, but then because he brings her to his actual girlfriend and then explains everything. For some reason, she's angry at first, which makes sense. But then she's like, okay, we'll give it a try. So then it's three of them. And then it's like battling that trying to be a harem thing and then trying to be funny. And then it's funny at first. Then the third one comes in. And she's like this internet celebrity that gets caught because she left her school uniform in the background, and this one realized, hey, she goes to her school, but she catches all three of them eating together, and she blurts out, or one of these two, or no, he blurts out that they're all dating, and she's like, ew, y'all are in a three-way or something like that, and she's like, well, I can just hold this above your head, like trying to blackmail them. But then she's like, hey, well, I know blackmail on you. You're this titty streamer. And I thought it was funny as that. Like, they have blackmail on each other, and it should have probably stayed as that, because the show's called Girlfriend, not Girlfriend, say it 4 times. It's just that twice. But, yeah, it's bad. And then season 2, they added this one, which is like her best friend. And turned out she actually really loved him, but didn't want to ruin her friendship, so she just stepped away from like loving him and let her take the first shot. But then when she realizes this situation's happening, she's like, okay, well, no, I'm going to tell you how I really feel about you. And honestly, the show gets ruined after that, because it starts like, I wouldn't say it becomes a love triangle, but it tries so hard to try to make it positive. But if we have to be real, the guy's a cheater. No ifs, ands, or buts. Rentaru's not really a cheater, because both of these girls wanted his attention, and the god that gave him the blessing of meeting his dream woman messed up and made it where he has to meet 100 of them. And the thing is, when it's your dream woman, if she doesn't get in a relationship with you, they die. So it's that moral dilemma, like, if I don't accept their love, or they don't accept me, they could die. And that will be on his conscience, because he learned the truth. So that's why Rentaro is like the best, like, harem MC ever. Like, it's more than, oh, it's just another one of these harems. Like, this is actually really good. And it's funny, too, which a lot of them aren't. Next, this one's mid at best, but it's Shikimori, Not Just a Cutie. Classic love story. Not really much. The dude has a bunch of bad luck, the main character. And he meets this girl, and she's like his protector in a way to combat all this bad luck that he's having. And when I mean bad luck, I mean bad luck. Like, he could die if he's not careful. It's a good show. And luckily, he's not that blind when it comes to love. There are some scenes where you're like, oh my god, dude, get a hint. But overall, he's not that blind. Next, my wife has no emotion. Honestly, it's a classic love story. It's a robot. The dude catches feelings for a robot, which probably everybody wishes they could have at this point. But it's pretty good. There's not really much that makes it stand out other than the female is a robot. Next, Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence. Honestly, it's bad. The why is just a waste of time. The main character is dumb. By dumb, I mean he cannot catch a hint to save his life. The female is actually good. She's actually funny. He has her cute moments, but other than that, like the main character drags the show a lot down. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Don't know why it's not on this list. A studio. Let me read it again. Studio apartment, good lighting, angel included. Classic love story. It doesn't really stick to someone to choose as like the love protagonist, although it should be the angel that's in his own apartment. But it's a dude that meets all these supernatural beings, and yeah, it starts like not really a love triangle, but it's one of those. Like, there's not really much to say about it. There's nothing that makes it stand out other than like there's an angel and a couple other supernatural beings. This one I haven't finished, but I know the main character is another one of those that's dumb. But we'll just put it here. It isn't your typical like relationship where everything's all lovey-dovey, kumbaya, everything's going great. Because he's inexperienced. Of course, he doesn't know anything, or to catch hints, or even when to shut up. And I know their relationship does go sour in some of the episodes. So it's showing like the romance side a little bit more realistic than some of these other shows where everything's all like goody-goody. Everything is perfect. Like, because not everything is perfect when you get in a relationship. There's sometimes where you're at each other's throats. Sometimes where you cannot be separated. Like, there's a lot of good and bad when it comes to dating. This one's kind of weird. Honestly, why? Just even why? The whole gimmick of the show is that the dude gets adopted at a young age, or actually not even adopted. They took the wrong kid at the hospital. So he is with another family who's not is I wouldn't say poor, but like they're financially in trouble. Let's say that. And he gets in a love contract with a rich family, which turns out to be his actual family, but we'll skim past that. And falls in love, or has to get in a relationship with her. And you're thinking, okay, whatever. But remember what I told you. He was taken at birth. They took the wrong kid. Therefore, this is his sister. Okay? They're blood related. This isn't like a step siblings situationship. This is actual blood relation. And so his actual sister is now his love interest, which they don't know about this yet because the family doesn't even bother telling them anything. Both families. His pretend sister, we'll call it, she learns out the truth because she goes and talks to the rich family and tries to get more info on like what's happening. And then when he finally tells her, well, that's not your brother. for some reason, she just starts thinking sexually or whatever, and starts falling in love with him. I don't know why. Fucking Kodaku, who made my favorite animes like Overlord and whatever. I don't know why the fuck he made this. This is weird as fuck. It is weird. I don't like it. I wouldn't say he's love blind, but holy fuck, he is in that. Honestly, I don't know how his mental could survive. Honestly. That would mentally scar anybody. And honestly, the plot just isn't there. To be real. That's why I wouldn't say it's worst of the worst, though, but it's just why. Like, why the fuck? This one, honestly, a lot of people like, but I didn't really like. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagaruto. I don't like the whole bullying aspect. The dude is way much of a bottom, like super bottom. It's not even funny. It just doesn't sit well with me. It could be past trauma. I don't fucking know. It just don't sit well with me. Next, Rent a Girlfriend. Not really much to say. Worst of the worst. Main character sucks. The female sucks. The dude's so retarded. Or well, I wouldn't say that word, but yeah, retarded could be a word. But he's paying for a girlfriend. She has no interest in him. Then this girl actually starts liking him and loving him and trying to give her love to him. And he is so caught up with her, even though she has no interest in him, that he'd rather keep trying with her than accepting her. And for some reason, she stays. She wants to stay. Because she still likes him. It's so fucking bad. It is so bad. Like, you honestly, like, I don't like the main character, and I don't like the Rent-A-Girlfriend part, but this girl I feel the most for. Like, I honestly feel so bad for her, more than anything. It is so fucking bad. And this one's more of a comedy, but it also is a romance. It's like a romantic comedy. This is Tempura. Honestly, it is Gunner bait in a way, but it's actually heartwarming and funny. The dude's father is like a player, I would say. And his name gets thrown around a lot because women hear it. And he feels so bad because when he was a kid, he didn't understand what his father was doing. But now when he's older, he does. And he hates and resents his father because of that. Because it ruined his own name, in a way. So, he wants to join, like, a temple and become celibate. And, he didn't realize the temple that he did join is an all-women's temple. And so, the main lead of the temple, she's like, I know your name. I know who your father is. And so, he's like, trying to show that, and his father owed a lot of money, apparently, and so he wants to work off the debt, and I'm guessing clear the name. And at first, all the women didn't really like him, but they start getting in situationships, and some of them start slowly gravitating to like a like interest, and some of them have a love interest. Honestly, it's more of a comedy more than anything. It's funny as fuck. The show's funny as hell. I watched all episodes. It was good. But this is my romance. Some of them I have not fully watched. Everything on this list I have, but there are a couple that I have not finished. Like Data Life, I have not finished because like 6 seasons. I stopped after season 2. I wish I could say I never finished Rent a Girlfriend, but I have. I have not finished The Inexperience, but I have caught up. Like like I caught up enough to where I can grasp what happens in the show. And all these other ones I have seen fully. Some of like anything up here I've seen multiple times. Even this I've seen at least once or twice. Yeah, but this is it. Honestly, I'll put this in goated. And I'll even put this at goated. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's good. I think that this is what I would think. So we'll go ahead and read the fantasy one more time. We got Overlord, Solo Leveling, Fearin', Shangri-La Frontier, Magic and Muscles, A Restaurant in Another World, Hell's Paradise, Dan Machina, or is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? And Gate as S+. Then we have for highly recommended Black Clover. I already forget that one. Hold on. So, I know it has a long fucking title. That's all I need to know. Fantasy. What the fuck's your name? The Osen newbie adventurer trained to death by the most powerful party became invincible. That's literally his whole title. Then you got Wistoria, Wanda's sword. Then you have the Great Princess, not princess, princess, guide to raising a nation out of debt. Then you have Unwanted, Undead Adventurer. Then you have the Slime Diaries, Engaged Kiss. Then we have I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. Then we have Ice Blade Sorcerer. Then we have my favorite, which is Nijin Fusion. Then we have Almanian Sky. Then we have Devil is a part-timer. And then we have I Parry Everything. Then we have I'm Quitting Heroing. Then next we have Demon Lord 2099. Misfit of the Demon King. In my 30s, I was let go from the Demon King's army. Beast Tamer, Skeleton Knight, Why No One Remembers Me. In this world. Monster Girl Doctor, Seven Blades, Banished from the Hero's Party, Unnamed Memory, I left my A-rank party to help my former students, a.k.a. Mashoko Tensei wannabe. Goblin Slayer. What the fuck's this one? What's the name of this one? Ordinary Man. Trying to go off head. Ordinary Man with a knockout fantasy. Oh, fuck. What's the name of it? Life with an Ordinary Man who reincarnated into a total knockout fantasy. There. Jesus. Sellable of Eccentrics. And then farming skill related. Don't care. I won't say it's a waste of time. I just don't care for these long ass titles. SAO. Everybody knows. Demon Lord retry. Honestly, season 1 was good. Just watch season 1. The world's greatest magician was a human in the Demon King's army. What the fuck is that one called? The greatest demon lord is reborn and as a typical nobody. Good life, goodbye dragon life. How not to summon a demon king. The hidden dungeon only I can enter. Honestly, this one was forgettable. Honestly, I'll even put it here. I just didn't like the main character. I put it like here, only because it's like neck and neck. New Gates. High school prodigies have it easy in another world. less summoner and a nobody's way to an exploitation hero. This is the fantasy. And this is the love. Not really much to say. I already read them all out, so I think this list is perfect. Let me look at it very well. Let's see if I need to exchange any of these. I thought there would be more in like the worst of the worst, but I remember that I typically stay away from the bad ones. Only these two I did not stay away from. I at least gave them a shot, and Rent a Girlfriend was a waste of a shot. I thought maybe the main character would grow a brain cell, but he did not. And now they're getting a new season, which is stupid. I think this is good though. Honestly, my hatred for the show shouldn't hold that much weight, because overall, I know a lot of people like it, but honestly, it's a classic love story. Like, there's nothing that makes it stand out, in my opinion, other than the girl is very rude to the main character, and slowly starts getting attached. That's the problem. I think they call them tsunderes or whatever. Like, in my opinion, the best tsundere is fucking this girl, Karine. Like, yeah, she's mean and, like, very aggressive. But she also can put that aside for a moment and show love to Rentaro. Like, it's so fucking weird. Like, if someone's constantly aggressive towards you, and you're dating or whatever, but they don't show you any love, why even put up with it? I wouldn't. So, I don't know how this became a thing. Because, from what I remember of the show, she is very aggressive towards them. Until, like, near the end. And she's not. And she's more, like, lovey on them. But not, like, blatantly about it. But I wouldn't say he's brain dead. He can pick up on context clues. But I think that's it for me. Yep. I wanted to do this after doing the other one. But, yeah. I wanted to do it a little bit later, but I was like, I want to get it done with, because I gotta do... One, I gotta watch the new episode of the Rock anime that I'm watching. And I gotta get ready for Dark Souls, but I don't feel like doing that today. I'll be doing that tomorrow. I am buying the new Elden Ring thing. I watched Lumi, Zentreya, and Doki play it yesterday, and it was actually pretty good. But yeah. Because they had like some kind of content creator thing. And from what I've seen, I think bosses from 2, 3, and maybe even 1 of Dark Souls can be in the world also. And I'm hoping maybe with future updates that they add all of the bosses in all the, like, from Bloodborne, Demon Souls to Dark Souls franchise, even Sekiro if you want, add them all into this game. So that way there's a lot more bosses than fucking Godskins over and over again, or fucking dragon types, or whatever the fuck. Like, my biggest complaint of Elden Ring was that going through these like optional challenge dungeons and fighting the same fucking enemy over and over again for a boss. That was fucking annoying. It's like, this is an open world. I want to see uniqueness. I don't want to see the same fucking enemy over and over again. And fighting the tree sentinel like 5 fucking times when he's on horseback. And the only difference is that this one can shoot fire. This one has more health. This one has an extra moveset. Like, it's so fucking stupid. I don't know why Elden Ring got, like, yeah, it looks fantastic. Yeah, the story is fucking good. The music good. But the open worldness and the lack of new bosses for the open worldness does not excuse it at all. I already went through my whole round of Elden Ring before, but I'm hoping Nightrun will be the saving grace for Elden Ring. Luckily, you don't even need Elden Ring for this fucking game, so I don't have to buy Elden Ring. You can just buy this. So I'll be buying that today, and probably be playing it tomorrow. We shall see. I am not good at Elden Ring. You can watch my YouTube player there. I didn't know about the whole jumping and hitting mechanic. Hell, most of the bosses I had to cheese because I had a poison build. Because I thought poison was good. Turned out bleed was good. But whatever. I shall see y'all later. Enjoy. Have a good one.